What an exciting show tonight. Joining us in the studio with myself and Kinser, we have Wayne Russ, Nelson Speedway, to talk everything New Zealand street stocks. Then we have Kim Sharpe, Stratford Speedway, talking all things Superstock GP there in Stratford. Then we've got Peter Rees coming on to talk to us. He may have the boys, Ethan and Asher, with him, depending if they're in the workshop working beside him. That'd be your top 3 GP from last year. Then we have the one and only Cody Hata, the new 3NZ modified champion, as well as Dan Rae, your new 2NZ champion, and no one other than 4-time 1NZ champion for your modified champs, Brad Lane. And, of course, we can't forget our main man, AMS, only AMS, coming us to talk to you and give you an update on the Pocono Auto Centre Awards of Excellent. So without any more hesitation or stoppage, let's get into it. Enjoy the show. Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bub and Rumbuka joined us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot, Natty. Gokins.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what, welcome to Trackside, yeah, brought to you by Vasey Engineering and TW. So to think about it for a second, it's been a couple of weeks. I'm out of practice, mate. I was too busy just looking and listening to you do that new intro at the start of the show. It was like, and then watching our little Trackside intro video, how we've come along over those years.
On our news platform.
Yeah, but just how we've come along and how we've developed from back in the day to where we are now with the show. And like you said at the intro, at the start there, Books, man, we've got a massive lot of people to talk to tonight. Scott Honeybone, the first to pop up on the show as well. Mike Harvey, Happy New Year to you as well. Carolyn, Trevor Ferguson as well. But Books, I know we've got a full-on show. How you, Barry Hunter? How you been, mate?
Oh, mate, it's been good. I've been busy, working with the Pits TV, which has been absolutely an absolute privilege and exciting, mate, to be perfectly honest. I'm really enjoying myself. I got to go to Wellington and do the New Zealand modifieds at Wellington, which was awesome. And the thing for me about it all is I got to do the interview with Brad after winning his 4th title. And I got to do it when he went back to back. So it was quite special for me to do that. I think the city realises that I'm the good luck charm because he missed last year. So once Brad realises that Books is the good luck charm for him, we'll get things right, you know. But yeah, and then of course, last weekend again with the Pits, Ocean View Speedway. We worked it out. The last time I was there was 1995, Kins. It was the New Zealand champs, 1995, when Johnson got 2nd, I think it was.
Yeah, Mike Johnson, Lai Rumney won it.
Yeah. So it had been a few haircuts ago that I was a little bit thinner, a little bit fitter. Drank probably a bit more too, to be fair. But yeah, what a great night of 2 nights of those kids racing. And man, those kids really put on a show, kids. They really are the future of our speedway, you know. It's just, yeah. It was just such a good meeting. And the mini sprints around Wanganui, like I said, I get a little bit bored on the mini sprints watching them at Palmy. They weren't sort of doing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then around Wanganui, though, wow, what a show, mate. And they were all great to talk to. And, of course, Willie Noonan came up and spoke to me. So a little bit of stage fright there, you know, legend himself came up and had a word to me. And that was pretty cool. Yeah, it was just a really good weekend. And then back to back to Hawke's Bay where it's stinking frickin' hot. Happy New Year, Mike. Yeah, I've got to rig him. I need more parts for the camper since I broke down on the way down to Wellington. But we'll get that sorted. Hopefully in next week or so. And then off to the Great Nelson this weekend for New Zealand Street Stocks Kins again, getting to work with the Pits TV and our mate Ams that's later on the show, and get to see Wayne who's there. And yeah, I'm really excited for that as well. But there's just so much going on this weekend, mate. You know, like it's just yeah, it's awesome. Gee, the comments are coming in thick and fast tonight, aren't they?
Oh, mate, are they what? You know, when you take a look at everyone watching on the Facebook or the YouTube channel as well. So our output for our show is on those two platforms. We do have other things coming up. We'll keep you up to date. You'll see in the post a lot of people ringing me and messaging me. What's going on? What's the latest going on then? Well, just keep an eye on the page, all right? So there's a fair bit going on. Like Booker said, I've only done the one Speedway meeting. Went to Bay Park to the Hoki Ashby Memorial Race. When I did the catch-up with the Ashby whānau and watched some good racing, watched the midgets, the Bay 51 and the sprint cars, and came home with Bay Park in my ute and through my beard and everything like that, all the terracotta clay dust. And I tell you what, I've vacuumed the ute quite a bit, and I tell you what, it's still inside some of the small crevices in the vehicle. It's like, shit, I can't get rid of it.
It was quite funny because, you know, it reminded me, I left Huntley, not Huntley. I left Wanganui Speedway on the first night and lay down in the old bed at the motel and have white pillowcases. I woke up in the morning, they were Speedway colours pillowcases. So yeah, but then you know you've been to Speedway when you take all the dirt home with you though, eh? You know, there's nothing like it, mate. You know, it's you know, putting your backside trackside and getting to the track and enjoying it. You just can't beat it at the end of the day.
Definitely. All right, we've got a full-on show. We better bring in our guest who's walking around down there in Nelson, the head of the big one, which is the New Zealand Street Stock Championships, Wayne Russ. Wayne, welcome into the show. Good to have you, mate, and Happy New Year's.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having us on the show.
Look, about a year ago, I think I was sitting whereabouts you are, but we're looking at some rain ahead of another championship, but the build-up looks a lot better with blue skies, a little bit of cloud. The track looks in good condition. You've got a big night coming up this Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, this is awesome to have this back up. The New Zealand Superstock title from last year is absolutely over the moon for the club. The street stock class here in Nelson are very close-knit, and they're going to put a good show on.
Yeah, I'm expecting some big things, to be honest with you. Kins, I've watched street stocks in the South Island and watched street stocks in the North Island, and they're just a little bit more nuts down there in the South Island. Eh? The mullet's just a little bit more longer down the back, and, you know, that red mist is a little bit deeper and darker. But, yeah, what a show. I'm sure they're going to put on a hell of a show, eh, Wayne?
Yeah, these guys here, you know, the deeper south you go, the more hard they get, but you know, they're all good friends in the club rooms, but get out on the track and, you know, you take the race mask on and that's the boys get their away, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Mate, what's the build-up been like, the preparation ahead of the two-day meeting? Numbers over the years at this particular event and championships has drawn a huge number turnout, recently in Wellington, obviously, but, you know, what's been like overall, the whole anticipation around, and from the town as an example, the committee, what's the whole vibe been like ahead of the two-day championship?
Well, you know, for starters, our class has been well travelled. They've always supported this event all over the country, whether it be in the North or the South Island. And they've done, you know, club fundraising amongst themselves, which is awesome. So that's, you know, connected them all together. As soon as we had this title announced, we actually set up a subcommittee which involved part of the class, because at the end of the day, it's their event, and that's what the club's all about. It's no different to the Superstocks last year. We get some of the class members on board and, you know, really get them behind it.
Definitely. And I see a big contingent already. The groups have been released, or the amount of numbers of drivers that are racing. And I've just been told by Darren, our mate Darren, who just sent me a message, he tried to ring me before, has the write-up in the local paper or someone got something wrong? So what's the official start time of the racing on both nights?
Well, we do kick off at 5 both nights.
Okay.
But 5 o'clock on Friday night is a few hot laps for the competitors and transponder checks, as we did last year with the Superstocks. I think it's only fair that, cars get out there and get a bit of a skid on the track and, suss out what they need to do, and then make sure the transponders are reading right and everyone's got a fair chance and a whack at it. Also a good time to, sort of give everyone a bit of a lick and a taste of this dust before it all kicks off. And then on the second night, we're going to have the ripper charge at 5 o'clock too. So you'd be silly not to be here at 5 to see the action, to be honest.
All right. And there's an opportunity for fans as well, even for others who travel to this event, meet and greet with the drivers?
Yeah, so tomorrow night we're having a free barbecue, starts at 5 o'clock over at the club rooms there. And we've got a bit of a fun night, a few prizes, and you probably have to be there to see how it all plays out. But it's a bit of an icebreaker, really, and get everyone connected and get the mouth watering for the event, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Tell us more about the collector card. Zoe Davis put a bit of a comment up. I saw the post on Facebook earlier, mate. So tell us more about this.
Yeah, so we've had a few people come forward for that, which, quite a few cars. So what we're going to do is we're going to park all the cars in the infield there. Imagine 80 odd cars parked out here. And then we're going to
your internet's covering out, Wayne.
Yeah, so we're
mate.
going to have 80 odd cars parked out here, and we're going to bring the kids out and get them to meet the drivers and get the drivers to sign the cards. So it's a good way of getting the kids connected with the drivers, and every kid will have a favourite driver for the event, and it's that one opportunity to get close to the cars.
That's a good idea. I remember old Ams, who's on later, he did a similar thing, didn't he, Kinser? Just to meet the drivers, got to choose. The kids went out in the infield and chose the drivers' grids for the finals.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that all these tracks are starting to involve the kids more and more at these big events. I think that's a great initiative, Wayne.
Yeah, we've got a junior members club, and it's very strong, strong here at this club. And we got our mini stocks have exploded from 20 to 30 odd cars, and I think next year we'll probably be looking more than that. So, junior members are the strength of any club. So you got to bring those kids in early on.
Yeah, definitely. Like what you touched on, Books, AMS at the New Zealand Superstock Chance up at Huntly. I remember the kids were allowed to go in the parade as well and sit on the front of some of the cars. So, yeah, it's a good thing we do. And for those who've been asking, just keep an eye on our normal build-up we do for the New Zealand Superstock Team Champs in Palmerston North. We're going to be doing what we've done over the last 2 years, give our lucky child the opportunity to go in the big grand parade with their chosen team as well. There's more to come with that. Just keep an eye on the Facebook. So we haven't forgot about what we've done over the last couple of years, and those memories are everlasting for the kids, and that's what it's all about. So you're on a good thing there, Wayne. What are some of the support classes over the next 2 nights?
Well, yeah, mini stocks, of course.
Yeah.
We're going to event like this. They've got the biggest numbers here, so it's a no-brainer. Bring them in and showcase what we've got. And, hopefully some of those kids come through into that class. The Musgroves have already showcased that. The young fellas come through, and he's going well. So what we're going to do is bring the mini stocks in. And also we're running a super saloons as well. We've got 19 of them here.
Wow.
Everyone's going, what are you bringing them in for? I said, well, because it helps us condition the track. And we don't get much of an opportunity to have them here. So we're having Debbie the Webster here. We've got all the top super saloons here too, so this is going to add to the event. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome, mate.
A little bit more excited, kids. Hey, just a little bit, another step of excitement up for this weekend. It's going to be an event not to miss. If you're down there in the South Island, get your backside trackside band, because this is going to be an absolute amazing event to go to. And of course, the seating looking down on the track is very good as well for a perfect view of the whole track, kids.
Oh, definitely. I've been lucky to be up there where Wayne is, and it is a good view wherever you sit there as well. So get there nice and early. I do know a lot of people have arrived early to park up there. They've got the facilities there as well where they can park up their campers. Great facility. Get out there and check it out. Lovely place in Nelson. Any more you want to add, Wayne, before we wrap it up with you?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank the sponsors. We've got Bradley Evans from Auto Radiators. He's come on board. His wife's actually entered in this event, Natalia. She's number 10. That's absolutely awesome to have Bradley on board. And then also Kevin Graham from ProCut. Not many people know him, but he's actually got a new business started up here using forestry equipment, selling chains and so forth. And he's going to showcase his gear over the weekend. So there's probably a few people that it's applicable to, guys who've got forestry equipment. And then not only that, it's all our normal sponsors that are here. It's like, Jack's Tyres, we've got Ansco, we've got MG. There's just so many people. It's hard to sort of call them all out, but everyone's got behind this event, and this club is a family club, and everyone's involved. It's great.
Awesome, mate. Well, keep up the good work. Hope it all goes to plan for you in the hot conditions. Track looks pretty good there as well, and good to see a bit of blue sky and some cloud there as well. Weather's looking like it's going to turn it on. Hope you'll be behaving yourself there, Booker. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh. I always behave myself, mate.
Yeah, whatever.
Wayne was probably steaming cook this weekend. He's
All right, Wayne. Hey, good luck, all the best, mate, and hope it all goes well for you. We'll catch up again real soon, eh?
Okay, thanks, guys. See you on the weekend, Craig.
Yeah, mate. See you Friday.
Cheers.
Later, mate. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Yep.
Thanks, Wayne. Yeah, that's going to be a great event, Kins. I'm looking forward to that. It's just made it a little bit more exciting. Have all those super saloons there too, because I remember watching a few years ago super saloons go around that track when we were following Fluffy when he's a bit more serious about it, and they're pretty exciting around there, eh?
Oh, definitely.
Compliment to the streeties.
Yeah, it's like a bull ring type of track in some sense, especially when you get the big super saloons down there as well. We're going to continue on with the championship, and just down the road on the same time too in Stratford, it is the big New Zealand Street Stock Grand Prix. Kim is with us right now. Happy New Year's, Kim.
Same to you guys.
How you been?
I just butt in. Sorry, Kim. You said New Zealand Street Stock Grand Prix.
Oh, Superstock Grand Prix. Sorry.
Grand Prix.
Still hooked on.
Still stuck in the street stocks.
I am. I'm still stuck on that. Superstock GP. There we go. We got it right, because who's going to join us soon is obviously the defending champ from that. But Kim, what's it been like, the build up for it? How's the season been to date?
Oh, good. We've been lucky. No real rainouts. Boxing Day was a rainout, but we did a rainout day. So it's always easy when the weather's kind, isn't it? So we've just kind of rolled every week when we've needed to. And I think at the beginning, maybe on the super side, we were lacking in Superstock numbers, which was a bit of a concern, I guess, when you're running into the GP and not quite sure where that's going to sit. But we're doing okay. So we're pretty happy with where we're sitting with our numbers this year. But I think that's been happening at most tracks. The supers have been a bit quiet before Christmas around the place.
I think it's been interesting. A lot of tracks have had low numbers to start with, and I was looking at it thinking, wow, what's the events like the GP and other stuff going to be like at the start of a season? North Island, things like that. But it's starting to kick into gear now, and you've got some really good numbers and some really good cars turning up this weekend at Stratford. I looked at your groups, and some of them you're still releasing some more, but man, there's some top drivers there in there.
There's a good mix of drivers, which is great. I mean, we kind of, when we started, we were hoping to get 60. That was our, where we wanted to get to. So I think we're sitting at 64. And there's still, one or two maybe trickling in. So that will get us up a little bit more. So, really good numbers. So we're really stoked. And the groups look really solid, don't they? So it's going to be a pretty mean feat out in that track on Friday night to qualify. So watch it all take place, I guess.
So with 60 plus numbers heading down to your track to qualify on the Friday, how does that all work? How many from the groups, once that's all officially released, how many are we expecting to qualify from each group?
So there'll be 8 out of each group. Okay. So 3 groups, 8 out of each group, and then we'll have the recharge the following night where 2 will come through out of that.
Awesome. Go. That pretty well clarifies everything up there for those who may be wondering how that is going to work. And I guess into it also is a bit of a build-up to next season as well, but we'll touch on that a bit later. But when I take a look at the event itself, these events, you've had a few big events over the recent years. You're pretty well used to the formula that kind of works for Stratford and the committee and the club. How's this one been, the build-up for the GP? Any different to the others?
Not really. I mean, we had a quiet year last year. I mean, we obviously had 6 national titles 2 years ago, and then last year it was pretty quiet. So we kind of went into, just normal mode, if that makes sense, kind of ticking the boxes. So you get back to here and kick it off again. And it's like, holy moly, what do we do? You got to remember where you're at. But we were pretty good. We gel together. We get it done. I've got guys out there with lawnmowers and weed eaters, and they're all busy at the moment just doing those final prep bits. But look, we run a pretty tight ship, and we sort of have our plans in place and our procedures, and we make sure they're followed, and everything tends to fall into place, and hopefully it does for this meeting too.
All right. So what are your support classes? What else you got cruising around the track over the next 2 nights?
Yeah, well, on the Friday, we've got obviously stock cars, but we've also got a teams race on Friday night. So we've got the Stormers versus the Manawatu 2 Colts. So we've got some new Stormers that are, been putting their hand up for the last couple of years that want to do a bit of teams racing. So we've got to give these guys a go. They don't know what they're like until they get out there. So it's good to have the Colts coming through, and it'll create a little bit of a buzz for the Friday night. And then we've got mods on the Friday night and adult mini stocks as well. So it should be a good night, qualifying, teams race, put it all together. There's plenty of action. Yeah. Which is good. And on sorry.
Especially on your track.
Oh, yeah. She's a bit of a battle, isn't it?
And then on the Saturday?
Saturday, so we've got the Queen of the Mountain, which we've brought in for the Saturday. So that's new for us. Kind of been asked to do that last year, and it was like, yeah, why not? Let's look at doing it. And then we decided to put it into the finals of the GP. So the Queen of the Mountain, they've got individual points, so they'll go out there for individual points, but they're also going out there as pairs, so they're going to be paired up as well. So there's best pairs, and they're also going to do a shootout. So we did that at the end of last year with the Superstock guys. So we're doing that for the girls. So the top 6 pairs will go out and fight it out on the track. They'll do 3 laps each, and they'll start at the bottom, work our way up, and see who ends up on top. So should be good. Like, it's something different. It's great. Well, at the moment, I think we've got 25 ladies coming to do the Queen of the Mountain. So that's cool. Good numbers. So we're stoked with that too. And we've also got saloons on that night. And it's just action-packed couple of days, really. Like, it's great.
Yeah. It's amazing how many now kids, these ladies events that are getting bigger and bigger, I was talking to Regan O'Brien today, and he had 3 of his girls to say, can we go? And he said, yeah, of course you can. It's an event for you, He had no problems in releasing them to come over. And I just think these ladies events are getting bigger and bigger. They're all fast now too, There's no, like, it's not back when the ladies first started, they're a little bit slower than the rest, but they're all going for it now. And they're not lady races, they're stock car races,
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it's if you've got the numbers, why don't you give them the opportunity, Why not?
Why not? Look, and they turn on a bit of entertainment there as well, It's bloody good to watch. And we watch many ladies race over the years, Books, and they leave it out on the track. And I've seen the pairs, I've already seen it on the social media, a couple of them talking it up there and everything like that. And I've seen a few of those getting into it, or Bex and Brittany and whatnot. And hey, that's what it's about. But it's a camaraderie afterwards as well. But when you see these ladies all around their stock cars having photos, they love the social media stuff. And it's only putting the sport in a good spotlight. That ladies can do the sport as well, So the stock car drivers, correct. But they're out there having fun, enjoying themselves. Why should all the boys have the fun, Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. It's going to be good to watch, actually. I think you'll find that they'll get into it too. Like, they'll have a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, definitely. So that's all done. What time's it all start, both nights?
So 6:30 both nights. So, we kick into it 6:30, and the repecharge on the Saturday night will be at 6:30. So that'll take off at that point, and, then we'll do all the grids and stuff, get that all organised, and we'll be into it. So, 6:30, just Friday night, people work and stuff like that. It would have been nice to maybe go a little bit earlier, but we decided you've got to be fair to people to get here on a Friday. It's a bit tough. So 6:30 works for us, and we'll just kick into it and make it all happen. Non-stop action.
Sounds like a lot of action, Books. Wade talked about his meeting. There's a lot of action down there at the top of the south, and just down the line in Stratty there's a lot of action on both nights. Big crowds I'm expecting. And what's the weather looking like, by the way?
Man, we're lucky. The weather's going to be great.
Awesome.
So, and it's like I said, you talk about the weather earlier. There's nothing worse than when you got a national title and figuring out what you want to do. You don't want to bring all the guys in and send them all home, and you've got to do what you can do, but make the best decisions. But it's bloody tough, So we haven't got that problem, so we're stoked.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Actually, the weather's been very good for the start of all this championship stuff. This touch wood, I better do that, or touch wood and keep it going, because Yeah, last year was a shambles. This year's been fantastic. So, yeah, it's bloody good. And Stratford's always a fun track to go to, kids. We loved our time there every time we've gone, mate, you know. So, it's, really, really enjoyable.
Well, Jacko spoke to you down at the Modifieds, and we first bumped into him after a fun night with the Modified Legend night there, doing some interviews with them with Murray Gorge and many others, you know, and he was talking to us again, you boys need to come back and do another one of those nights.
Yeah.
And yeah, we plan to do that. We might, well, we've done Modifieds, we might talk to some Legend A-grade stock car drivers back in the days.
Yes,
Now
we've got the
become
vintage.
superstar.
I didn't talk about that. We've got the vintage guys here on Saturday too. So
Yeah,
we've got a
you
few of
have
them out.
actually.
Yeah, Phil Ogle's getting into a vintage car. So there you go. There's one. He's first time out of the track in his vintage car. He's doing his thing. So that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, well known. Like there's some big
I heard
names
about
come out of
that,
that class. Yeah.
That's what William, they were telling me that he was out there racing that original car. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I got a little bit starstruck talking to William Noonan like I did that year at the New Zealand's.
The classics.
Classics, yeah, that's what they are.
Yeah. They'll wait to be.
Yeah, because our good mate Krusty's heading down that way. Old Jeff McConey's heading down that way from up here down to have a bit of a blat. So awesome. Any last words, Kim?
No, just, I mean, like anything, thank the sponsors. So, you know, we've got obviously Mountain Motors that are sponsoring this meeting. It's good to have a local business that are doing that. And Sean Blowman's just started that business, so it's great to have him on board. And TWS, Lala, he's come on board for second tier, so it's cool to have him. It's first time in Stratford with Lala being involved, so it's really, we're pretty excited about that. And then obviously Buckthorpe Engineering, which are sponsoring the Queen of the Mountain. So, and plus there's many of other sponsors that's got involved. So many people have put stuff to the Queen of the Mountain and everything else. There's a lot of prizes going for that ladies thing. So we've been really, really lucky with the support and got so many good sponsors. You mean, obviously 5 Star Liquor is still there as our naming right sponsors. So we're a very lucky track and we get supported really well. So we definitely appreciate it. And like I say, if people support us, we want them to support them, you know, so that's what it's all about. So so we're ready to go. We just want to get the cars on the track and make it happen.
That's the one. All right, Kim. Well, thank you for coming in to join us this evening. Hope it all goes well with you. Good luck to you and your committee down there, and hope everything falls into place on Friday and Saturday. We appreciate your time joining us this evening, and take care. We'll catch up soon.
Sounds good. Don't forget to come to Stratford this year, eh?
Yeah, we'll do.
I'll be there in
the saloons.
New Zealand Saloons. I'm there with the Pits TV doing the pits, so I'll be there. I'll be there.
All right. Take care. Thanks,
I'll come down for a drive. All right.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, look, there's Julie Noonan's popped in. There you go. That'll be.
So,
look, that would be awesome. See you,
so yeah, people. I understand there's a bit of static. Can you hear static when I talk, Kins, or no?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe my XLR cable has failed, so I'll replace that tomorrow. So if there's a little bit of static there, I do apologise, people. It's out of my control, unfortunately. So yeah, you still hear me okay though, eh?
Yeah, we can still hear clear as. We can hear clear as.
All right. So hopefully Pete's got the boys or yelled out to them or something, maybe. Or
well, he's sitting there. Look, he's looking pretty laid back. He's just chilling out. Hey, how are you, Pete?
Yeah, I'm good. Real good.
Yeah. So you're going up there to defend your title. That was the final one you needed last year for your Grand Slam. What's the goal this year, mate, when you go to the GP in Stratford?
Oh, just have a bit of fun, enjoy myself.
Make up the numbers, get the boys home.
Yeah, well, I did get gifted it last year, remember? So
I don't know if you were gifted it, but yeah, it's it'll be interesting to see where everybody fits out the final. I mean, the main part's qualifying, isn't it, at an event like that with so many top quality cars there all at once.
Yeah, 64 is not too bad. So qualified down to 26. A week later, we got New Zealand's of course. So that might be in the back of our minds a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you think with that New Zealand's been so close to a GP, it changes people's attitudes a wee bit about how they approach the GP, with the New Zealand's been so close because of like damaging, repairing the car and doing all that?
Oh, probably a little bit, but it didn't last year. You know, week out in Christchurch, week out from Nelson, it didn't really affect that show. So Probably a little bit, but at the end of the day, once you get out there and you get a bit of heat under your collar, you do some, you go hard and probably do some stupid things sometimes. Crash and bash.
That red mist comes down, you reckon?
Sometimes, yep. War hard enough to wake you up.
Like when you put it into perspective, Pete, obviously with the GP, is there anything else you've got to pick up as an individual racer?
Well, the Grand Slams, all of those. I guess the new Grand Slam is because we can do it. Would be a South Island title.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that I was thought about shooting down there this year, but it didn't quite work out. But that could be a first if someone from the north can do that and win it.
Yeah.
It'd be quite a hard thing to do, I'd say, too, take out the South Island title, wouldn't it, as a North Island car? Because you'd probably be there on your own trying to do it.
Oh, definitely hard. Those boys down there don't muck around. But it'd be enjoyable, and it was at Nelson this year, and they got 17 cars. So if it was a year to do it, would have been this year, I suppose. Nelson's a good little track.
Well, I suppose in retrospect. Yeah, well, exactly. It's always there, that opportunity. It does allow for Northerner to go down south, vice versa. We saw not that long ago a Kiki with the North Islands, a car with the letter C on it, end up picking up that title, Scott Tennant. So it's possible, and you take a look at it in that regards, eh? So if he can win a North Island with the letter C and be the first, so anything's possible these bloody days. Who knows? Who knows, Pete? Who knows? But how's the racing been so far today, mate? I know you've just done a handful. You've been busy with the business side of things. How's that been going so far?
To be fair, on our stand, it's been a bit quieter this year.
Yeah.
Been a whole lot quieter. We haven't done a lot of racing, but from now on, the next 3 or 4 weeks, it's going to be pretty hard out. Two nighters every week for 3 weeks, and then team prep for the boys. And so yeah, up until now, it's been a bit quieter, but that's all disappearing after tomorrow or Friday.
Can you see the screen in front of you? See Madu's comment on the screen there, Pete?
Pete needs Hawke's Bay title. You'll have to send me the address. I've been there for a while.
The trouble is the Hawke's Bay title's the same weekend as your double points at Gizzy, so that's not going to work this year.
Well, shall I exercise the rules, see if I can get a pass out?
Shit. You only need one day. You could race to Friday there and the Saturday in Hawke's Bay. There you go.
Yeah.
So tell us, you must be getting on top of the cars now. You started off a bit slow, as I know. You're doing a bit of testing right from the beginning, trying to get things right with these new cars. But I understand Ethan was very quick on the on Saturday night, so you must be getting the handle of how to set these new ones up, eh?
Yeah. All these changes have caught us out a little bit, but yeah, I went and watched the boys, Ethan and Josh, on Saturday in Palmy, and definitely had some pace in the sets of fast laps. It was a good watch, and they come away with some flags and stuff. And what's his name? Dykstra has ended up with Ash's car, and he's going really fast. He's settled into that real well, so we've learned a bit off him as well. So yeah, and Ash's car, we fired Ash's new one up last night, and so he's working on that right now. So that's all but ready for this weekend.
Yeah. And Brits will be there racing as well. Like Kim said, we've got the Queen of the Mountain underway. She's teamed up with Bex Bar. There's a few other teamed up ones, but the ladies out there, I know you're associated with the big event in Rhodes coming up in a few weeks' time as well. And yeah, there's a lot going on in your little world there, mate. Heaps going on, eh?
Plenty to do. Even if we had no work, there'd be lots to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's good. And the weather's been good, like you said before, so that's a bonus for Speedway this year compared to last year.
Yeah, it's touch wood again. It's it has been very, very good, to be honest, so far this season. So that's good. That's a good bonus. So let's hope it stays like that right through the whole season. We get lots of Speedway at events going, and people get to go to the track and see some amazing racing. Sounds like they've got a fairly full on 2 nights at Stratford this weekend too, all the support classes as well. So
It's
Do you when you're racing, Pete? Do you ever go up and have a look at the support classes and watch a bit of that, or do you always just so busy making sure the cars are handy between races?
Oh, we get up there as much as we can. You know, if the class interests you, you make time for it. Yeah, Stratford are putting on the good stuff. They rang me today about presenting the Rees Shield for that teams race they're talking about.
Yeah.
And they've got a little fan area set up for the Prix night for the kids. That's another good thing. So we're going to go and do that as well. And I think Brittany's doing that as well. So it's good
Yes.
that everyone's trying these little things to encourage people into the sport in the future.
Yeah, well, we saw a photo come up with Brittany, Ethan, I think Quirky out with the cars out there as well, being shared with the kids and kids jumping in and having photos and
kindy,
whatnot. Yeah, the little kindy thing. Racer's Edge, Troy sent me this picture. Can Pete see these pictures when I pop them
If
up?
he looks at his computer, he should be able to see them. Yeah.
I can see it, yeah.
You can see it. So,
Jeez, look how young that fella looks. Holy snapping duck shit.
So
that was at Stratford.
Yeah, Stratford, New Zealand, Pete's first ever New Zealand at Stratford. Ask him about how brutal the 3 heats were.
Yeah, they were extremely brutal. There was an introduction to Superstock, so I think they were still stock cars back then, to be fair. But no, that was I remember that like that was yesterday. A couple of Nelson cars coming out firing a little bit early, like first or second heat. It was Dennis and Dressen, and of course a lot of them had points going in the final. So we, myself and Barry Budziewski, had a heap of fun in the final. Wrecked some gear of our own and wrecked some gear of someone else's. It was a good final, that.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at that old photo.
I think I've been back to Stratford for New Zealand's when Shane was defending champ, Shane Harwood.
Yeah.
And then I think, have we got it next year in Stratford?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So three, I've been hanging around too long, I think. 3 Superstock titles in Stratford after next year.
Shit. It's amazing.
That's a feat, isn't it, when you think of the rotations.
Yeah, when you think about it.
He's done 3 New Zealand championships at one track. We'll have done if he lasts another season. Yeah.
Yeah, well, good point. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Exactly. There's a bit of a picture there of the boys. Thanks to Troy again. So there you go. Back in the old days, eh? How young they looked, eh? Yeah.
So they've all got flashy overalls now, though, haven't they?
Oh, not so much me.
No, not you, no. I don't suppose those boys are close by to yell at us, so they Pete to have a quick chat before we finish, or they're too busy fixing the cars.
If you stand there and fiddle with yourselves, I'll just go get them, eh?
What about the New Zealand Stock Car final
set? Area there. He's got his computer set up now, so he's been teaching himself computers, is Pete.
We have to ask him about the New Zealand Stock Car final here to Stratford. So Pete comes back and the boys. Don't forget we do have the 3 NZ champions from the recent modifieds, Cody Hata, Dan Rae, Brad Lane. They're just sitting in the green room chilling out. Then Ans will join us a bit later with the latest on the Excellence Awards. But Pete goes in, catch up with his boys. They've been working on the car. There you go, the news. Ash's car's all ready. They've started it up, and there's Asher and Ethan's rolling on it. Hey, Asher, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
Good. The new car all ready to go, mate?
Oh, definitely not ready to go. It's running. That's about it, really. We still haven't got it on wheels or haven't done any of the finishing bits, but we're chipping away at it now and making wheel guards and wheels and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Ethan, good thing to take the cars down to the little kindy for the kids to have a bit of a looky in. Yourself, Brits, and Quirky all went down there. Can't do without the kids, mate. Bit of fun.
Yeah, but a good thing for the kids, and good thing for the daycare. They sort of like doing cool things like that for the holiday period to keep, I guess, kids that are there entertained and different sort of avenues for them. So it's quite cool to take mine and Brit's car down for our boys plus everyone else, and we see a Quicky's car. So yeah, it was pretty cool, eh?
Yeah, gotta do it, mate. Carol Books.
Oh yeah, I was just say you look like you'd. I heard from Murray told me, and I saw some footage. Ethan, it looks like you got your car going very, very well at Palmy on Saturday night. Lots of pace.
Yeah. Asher and Dad made some changes last week to mine and Josh's car, and they, I guess, seemed to work over the weekend. So, providing, this weekend we do the same thing, it'll be all right. But our car's looking up well, and that's sort of what driven us to do the GP and I guess carry on to the New Zealanders and 240s coming up. So, should be good.
So that's you doing the GP. Ash, are you doing the GP?
Undecided at the moment. Obviously,
Okay.
there's not really much time left to go. We'll make a plan tomorrow, really. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Still got heaps of work on, so try and fit my car in and get what we can done.
All right, bro.
Kim reckons she's going to give you a call tomorrow anyway, she said earlier. I was just going to ask you, though, if you do get it done in time, does it affect your build-up quite a bit? Asher, preparing for a championship meeting like that, like get the car, put it on the track, untested. Although in saying that untested for you guys doesn't really mean much. I watched you guys put 3 cars on a track one night, untested, and all went to the top. So, but does it mentally, does it sort of put a bit of pressure on you mentally to try and get to that stage to perform?
Oh, not really. In all fairness, the preparation's done when you're building the car. If it's done with, I suppose, with care and like precision, it's going to be as good as what you do when you're preparing an older car. So, all going well, everything, nothing falling off of it. It should be okay out the box. Obviously, there's a few differences there, so might be a bit of a handful to get going itself, but after that, it should be all right.
All right. Okay, we'll get through the GP this weekend. Scott Honeybone, and like many others that have said in the post, no doubt you two boys, I know Ethan has, you've seen the crews for Wellington next weekend. It's going to be an interesting gig at the Wellington track for the New Zealand title.
I haven't actually seen the groups, to be fair. I've been flat out working and whatnot, so I haven't even looked at any sort of revenue for that. Ethan's the one who entered me for that, so I haven't even done that side of it. But Ethan's organised it all.
Well, you've seen it, Ethan? I think Dad said you yelled out to him, you saw the groups.
Yeah. Britt sent it through me on Facebook and I had a bit of a look. I guess the group throughout to nice and early, which is good. I guess to qualify, you got to to win the event, you got to beat everyone. So the groups are sort of I'm not really worried about, to be fair. I assume it's probably top 4 or 5 on each group to make the finals, not, which is always tough. But I guess it's all good. Make it happen, eh?
Yeah,
I think the group's being released all the time really is more for the public rather than the drivers, isn't it? Because like you say, Ethan, you still got to beat, no matter who's in your group, you got to beat them, doesn't it? Doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, it's definitely good to get them out early, like I say, for the public, and I guess for drivers to see who they've got. I guess some people get quite psyched out about groups, but I know sort of us three don't really worry about that sort of stuff. We just take it as it comes and belt up, race one, and see what happens, really. But it is, like I say, it's good to get it out for everyone, and it's all good.
All right, Bill's a hyper router, but you're right. You're exactly right. All right, boys, thank you for coming to join us. We'll let you get back and do what you got to do and keep working on the machinery, and all the best. Ethan at Stratty on the weekend, and if you decide to make it, Asher, all the best, but we'll catch up later on, eh?
Yeah, no, cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers, man.
Thank you, boys.
Cheers, guys. I just want to say a big thanks to Tyler Hill Photography for supplying us with the pictures for the 123 NZ Modifieds. I asked him for some pictures and he did it, and I watched him at Ocean View on the weekend. That young fella, mate, he's taking photos 100 mile an hour. Very, very good little photographer. Another one to follow. Tyler Hill Photography does a very, very good job.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen a bit of his work around it as well. Shall we continue on, mate, and carry on through with the event you were part of? And I know you enjoyed yourself down there in Wellington and the build-up around it as well. We got to see a bit of excitement on the good old social media, wherever you were, maybe in a Garage 16. Might have seen a bit of a action down there, but all the action got on the track, and we should bring in the 3NZ Cody Hata. Cody, how are you, Cody?
Yeah, good, guys. You?
Yeah, good. Hey,
Yeah,
firstly,
good,
congratulations, mate. Congrats on getting the 3NZ on the car.
Yeah, I think if we didn't get one of those places, I would have probably been a lot less people hanging around me at the moment with the amount of help we've had over the last few months. So, yeah, no, it was definitely good.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, you help. I know you got a couple of stalwarts behind you as well in the truck. They're helping you out. Jacko, been a national champion. Jamie Fox, been a national champion as well. When you get those two here together, to get the old Fox car out there with you driving it, mate, you've been going pretty good all season so far.
Yeah, we sort of had a mixed bag at the start of the season. Like we've learned a lot, and we sort of changed some things on the car. We sort of, and went away from some traditional types sort of things, and then we've come back and then sort of went backwards and went forwards, and I think we've sort of getting on top of the car, and I'm getting confident with the car. So it's totally different to drive than my old car, and having these guys with the experience and some of the resources we have has made our life a lot easier. Yeah, for sure.
I tell you what, I could see why you got a number on your car though, Cody, because the fun.
I'm gifted.
Well, that's not what Jacko said, but I just think there's a lot to be said for a driver that's in a good headspace at a meeting, and sitting with yourself and Jacko and the wives on the finals night before racing. Everybody was just relaxed, and we all got marched off to get ice creams with Jacko, and it just that headspace I was in the right place. And I think to be a number or be in a championship, you've got to have a good headspace mentally as well, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, it's about the people you put around you, and that's business, and it's also, in sport as well. If you have the right people and the right environment, the rest is up to you, and the people that are around us, including Megan and all the people that have been around us, they put us in that space, to be fair, and they give us the confidence, and and that's why I think people need to understand that it's more than just one person in a car going around the track. There's so much behind the scenes that people just don't even see. Like right now, we've got all of our people down working on the car while I'm up here talking to you guys, and they came down tonight, which is Foxy and Jamo and a few of the other guys, and Jerry and Nick and Megan, and those guys are actually, while I'm on here talking to you fellas, they're down there working on the car. So it's just an ongoing sort of thing, and that's what it's all about. It's not just, like I said, it takes a lot of people to get where you want to get, in the sport.
Yeah, definitely.
100%, mate. So 100%. Jason's going to give me shit now. Frick.
How many times do you say 100%, Books?
I said it once during a meeting, and then I went, no, when I was commentating, because we always give shit about it. And I just said it then, so cue the comment shortly, I'd imagine, or another text. He's really giving me shit on text while I'm trying to do it, but, mate. But I want to talk to you about another thing, Cody. I don't want to get into the negative side of it, because we're positive on the show, but watch out for that bug, mate. I saw that then. You flinched. It was going to get you. I just want to know what goes...
It's my Twitch.
Yeah, I just want to sort of get into the headspace for you, without it being sort of a negative thing or anything. But you get on the podium, you come down to the pits, you've gone, yes, I've got third. Everyone's cheering and laughing and carrying on, and then it happens. You get called up and say there's a protest. How deflating is that for you as a driver? Or like, without getting into the details or nitty gritty of it, I just want to know how you felt, how it affects your feelings of celebrating that what you've achieved, you thought you've achieved.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know what it is with this class in particular, but like this year, we've actually been relatively used to it, because, to be honest, we've been protested nearly every meeting we've been to this year. And for whatever reason, I mean, I have no idea why, and some of them stick, some of them don't. I think people are just having a crack at, I don't know why, but it's quite frustrating, and it can be deflating. But I think because I'm conditioned that, like I said, 3 or 4 meetings out of 6 we've been protested this year, which is ridiculous. And I think probably I didn't half not expect it, but I think, we need to keep it in perspective that, we're not going to win a Hellberg award, or it's not $10 million on the line. We're really just couple of billy cart races on a Saturday night, having some fun, and we should keep the protests, unless it's blatantly obvious. I mean, I get upset with some guys that run you over sometimes on the track, but I've never protested anybody, and I think some of the stuff can be sorted out in the bike shed later, or it could be sorted out on the track, or it could be sorted out in the protest room. But I think it ruins the sport, and I don't think it's necessary. And to be honest with you, if the people could see the footage that I was showing about the protest, it was absolutely ridiculous. It should never have gone to a protest. That's the sad part about it. It was like the officials asked me, what did I see with the footage? And I said, I didn't see anything, and I'm not trying to be an idiot about it, but I didn't see anything. They said, well, there's nothing there to see. This is the whole point. We had to get you up, because we can't see anything either. So then I'm thinking, why would you pay $250? And why would you even protest it? It's quite sad because, you got to do your apprentice, I think, in any sport. And like we've been in the shed. This is the third year in a row we've been in the shed. So we've been 2/4 and a third now in a row. And and to be honest with you, there are two championships we could have protested and getting guaranteed a number on our car, and I chose not to protest. And I'm not going to go into that, but I think we were beaten on the night in those times. I got fourth by faster guys, and to protest it and get a technicality and get a number on my car, I couldn't live with that. And these guys need to learn the same thing. If I blatantly took someone out or cheated, absolutely, it's the New Zealand champs. I agree. But, what was tabled, it was like, let's throw some shit on the wall and see what sticks, and hopefully we can get something. Well, just a waste of time, and it is deflating, and he's $250 poorer, and he's off my Christmas list. So, I'm running out of friends. It's 2026. I haven't got a lot of friends left.
You're lucky you still got Jacko, mate. You can check that diesel leak under the tank.
Well, it's interesting. I heard the woman's sort of race down in Stratford this weekend, so I'm wondering whether he's going to bring the car out for that.
Jacko,
like Queen of the Mountain, mate.
Yeah.
I could see him in that, mate, with his little tassels and stuff in his hair. Oh, he hasn't got any. Sorry, John.
Well, you're going to get it when he catches up. You're going to get it,
mate. Kinser, I tell you, these two, they're just giving each other stick the whole weekend. It was so funny. Oh my goodness, the things they did. Like I could tell you the funny story I could tell you, mate, was when he made Jacko think his truck had a bloody broken part in it for the whole trip. I'll tell you about that. We won't tell that live on here because Jacko might get pissed off with me, so I won't do that.
He's probably having lots of
Yeah, he's doing it. So where are we going to see the 3NZ this weekend, mate? What's your plans on Saturday? You're racing?
Yeah. Well, So Huntley are having their Waikato champs or something, and this weekend. So we're going to go down there, and that's why the guys are here getting the car ready. And I think there hasn't been a lot of hype on the 30, but the 30 lap is on, so it's not even advertised on there. So I'm not sure why Huntley aren't advertising it if they're going to do it. But so the 30 lap is on this weekend as well. So we won that last year, so we're hoping to obviously retain that trophy and maybe do better in the Waikato Champs this year because we crashed last year in the first race. So, weather's looking good, and I think they've got a few cars lined up, and it's obviously a mystery on how much money we're all going to make this weekend, but I'm looking forward to that. That'll be good to pay for some of me my damage bill for over the weekends, a couple of weekends I've had. So, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, Katie, look, anyone? Sorry, go Books.
I was going to say, how was
you don't have to
how
stand
was
up when you
Waikato
talk to me,
Park?
mate. It's all good.
Hey?
I said you don't have to stand up when you talk to me, mate.
Oh no, I got a fat ass and I get sore sitting on a chair all the time. How was Waikato, mate? The new track.
Oh, look, I found it real technical, to be honest. I really struggled with it to get my head around it. It was rough, it was dry, it was drivey, and it was fast, and it was slow. I really struggled with it. I think there's a second probably in that track. I think the modifiers will definitely go into 14s once they get the track right. But apparently they're going to put new surface on. But yeah, it was a different track than what we were used to running up there. It was good. There was no tyre wear in that, but it was just very, like I said, it was rough. It was dry. It had every component on every race. So, and it was hard to set up the car for that. So, yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Like, Dirt Cup will be awesome. It's a lot wider and great pit facilities. I mean, they've done a great job up there, and it's definitely one of the better tracks to run at as far as once they get the surface right. I think the facilities there is going to be really good.
Definitely. Anyone you want to thank, Cody, before we let you go, mate?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all the people that have put me where we are today. And, that's like obviously, Jamo, Foxy, and the old crew. They've all pitched in and helped us. Megan's been a massive asset to our team and me. And she's obviously a real strong component in that. Jacko and Kim, they support us a lot. They drive all over the country helping us. And I'm still trying to work out why. But, we really appreciate it. And obviously all of our sponsors, K&L distributors, Repco Huntley and Michael there, he's been really good to us. KFM Logistics Group and Jamo, who came through with a whole lot of tyres today, man. So it's just he's turned up with a big trailer full of tyres. So we just can't help but love these people that sort of get us going around the track, mate. It's awesome.
Awesome,
and thanks
Cody.
to you guys too.
No, look, you're the one that puts the entertainment out there on the track for the fans to get their backside, trackside, and there's always the family and the crew that are in the shed doing the hard work while you're sitting there talking to us and killing a bit of time, mate. Take care, Cody. We'll catch up with you in Huntley, bro.
Okay, see you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
See you,
Thanks,
Des.
Cody. Cheers.
See ya.
See ya. All right, we'll carry on and we'll bring 2NZ, Daniel
Daniel.
Rae.
Oh, he's unmuted. There we go. Still looks like he's lying down, relaxed, and recovered from all his racing. How are you, Daniel?
Yeah, good. Just chilling on the couch, eh? How you guys?
We're good, mate. We're good where we are. It's just bloody humid and hot. Like, what's it like down where you are?
Oh, it was hot today, but it's cooled off now, so
Yeah,
should
nice.
be able to get some sleep. Should be good.
Oh, that's the one. Mate, firstly, congratulations on your achievement down there in Wellington.
Yeah, cheers, man. It's a bloody good weekend, eh? So
Of course, it was a bloody good weekend. You were stoked, mate. You couldn't get any better to get on a podium, to qualify, but to get there on the podium, mate. What does that mean for you personally? Not only just for you, but your family, the crew, and for everyone that has association with your modifier. What does that personally mean for you, being on the podium and now the 2NZ?
oh yeah, it's unreal, eh? Still fizzing over it. Hasn't really sunk in. I've had some shit like at these events in the past, and sometimes I've travelled up the other end of the country and only done 4 or 5 laps and turned around and come home. So it's it could only have gone one position better, I guess. But
Well, it's mate, that was to come down to what it came down to on that last lap. What was going through your head each restart there, Daniel? I mean, like it was, I know it was going through my head watching it, but it was just so close. And it was like you were waiting for that last lap to really give it the final hoot, Nanny, and have a crack. Did you think you had more time, or what's the deal, mate? What was in your thought process for all that?
yeah, I sort of thought there was a lot more laps left than there was, and then the white flag come out, and I was like, oh shit, I better have a crack at this. But I mean, all that said, I had 30 laps at the end of the day, and I got second, so Brad done what he had to do. And even if I was close enough, I still had to pass him, and then sort of, held off whatever he was going to fire at me. He's never going to let me just walk away with it.
No.
No, that wasn't
Of
going
all
to
the
happen.
people on the track yet to pass on the last lap, that's probably the last person you want to come up with.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude, though.
It's just-
He's on next. I don't want to give him too big a head.
No, he's sitting there listening too. So, Scott Honeybone there. Well done, Dan. Bloody wrapped. Go with the cool chassis. What's the cool chassis? What's that?
Oh yeah, it's sort of it was just a new chassis. I got in touch with him a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Kiwi dude. He's from Wellington, and then he went over to Aussie and sort of started building sprint cars and stuff. And I think he's pretty successful over there. Took a couple of cars to America and stuff, and won a few outlaw shows and stuff like that. So I just reached out and said if he wanted to build a modified chassis, and he was like, hell yeah. So
well, look what you've achieved in it, mate. Yeah, a testament to what the chassis done and what you've done as well. So with the 2NZ on the car, mate, what does travel look like for the rest of the season now? What do you got planned? Are you going to stick around down in the south, or are you going to plan to venture across the Cook Strait?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I had a bit of a rough start of the season. I wasn't even sure if I was going to go to the title. Just turned up, done 2 laps, and broke a fuel pump drive, and then fixed that. Went out the next weekend, and then got 2 races in, and snapped the shaft in the oil pump, and then that had to chuck that in the bin, and then it was like $3,500 for a new oil pump. So we're not like a very big team, and the sponsors, the way the country is at the moment, don't really have a lot of cash to be thrown around. So we'll just see, see what happens, see what's coming up, and see what happens. We'll definitely be doing the local ones and stuff, but
Well, there's
Modified
quite a few
Invasion,
big meetings
yeah.
coming up. Yeah, Modified Invasion. A few other big ones, I think, coming up in the South Island. Isn't there one in Dunedin too? I think Brad said to me.
yeah, I think there's one in Dunedin. I'm not sure when it is. It might be March. Well, I think it might be the week before the invasion.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well worth it. All right, Dan. Well, you got anyone you want to say thanks to, mate, before we wrap it up with you?
Oh yeah, thanks to my sponsors and stuff like Circle Track Engineering and Sam Gale Logistics. That they're the sort of the two main ones that rallied together and got me north. Well, not just that trip. It's sort of the other reason why I'm racing, right? So cheers to John Cooley, who's built a wicked car, and he's got a heap of knowledge in that head of his. So he's good to have on my side, and just thanks to my family and my partner Lucy, and she's all good.
Awesome, man. I can see that cool looking trophy behind you. Hey, you can see that cool trophy on the shelf there. Looks bloody cool, mate.
Got the sign writing on the car yet? Has it got the 2 on it yet?
No, I'll BL Graphics. He's doing the design sort of now, and I was today I was prepping up some new panels and stuff, and so next one it'll be on there.
Awesome.
All right. Awesome, mate. Well, like everyone said in the comments, well done. Congratulations, Dan. All the best, mate, for the rest of the season. And, enjoy the time be the 2NZ for the next 12 months, mate.
Yeah. Thanks, heaps, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Thank
Daniel.
you.
Enjoy your night. Thanks.
Pretty laid back 2NZ there, Books. Just chilling
pretty
out.
cruisy about it, eh? Like, 2NZ. Oh, next time I'll wind Brad off the end, put him up the wall.
Yeah. Here he is.
Hey, Bretters.
How are you, Brad?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Been actually cruising, put my feet up for once, so it's been pretty nice.
Do you know how to do that, mate? Do you know how to put your bloody feet up? Normally the feet's on a pedal and you're pushing it down flat, going around in circles or turning left and right in the go-kart.
Yeah, it's I don't think it's something that's built into me, but sometimes you need to do it, otherwise you get burnt out.
Mate, I just got to say, Brad, is you're welcome. I am your good luck charm. It's now been proven.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, so I'll make sure I'm there next year too, bro.
Yeah. Where is the modifiers next year? Is it
Christchurch? I think.
Nelson? Oh, Christchurch.
Yeah, Christchurch.
That'll be a trip, Akins.
Yeah, that'll be a bloody good trip. That'll be well worth it.
Brad could pick us up on the way through.
That'll be well worth it. Mate, I know Books when he interviewed you, and it was a really good interview with the Pits TV and everything, but 4 times. Man, you're knocking on the back door of some big names in the modifier class over many decades, and I know one that's been close to you, the name Bertrand. But, mate, you're just about up there and amongst the caliber of those, I'm going to say legendary status names in the modifier class. Just to say that with Gorge and Bertram, you're knocking on that door, mate.
Yeah. Well, we are, aren't we? So, it was cool to tie with Foxy. It's pretty impressive feat in itself, especially how long they'd been doing it as well. So to be close to those other two, to Birdie and Fox, is pretty wicked too. I guess we'll have to keep trying at this stage and see if we can match them. Going one better. I don't know. I don't take the one right away from those two that they were legends.
No, exactly. I know that. Just some perspective, and I don't mean to be rude to you, Brad. How long have you been racing modifieds?
So I bought my first car in 2015. So this will be season 10, this one.
10. Mate, with what you achieved in the decade, I tell you what, in that class, you've done, definitely. So congratulations, everyone's putting up there.
Yeah.
Whose back door was he knocking on?
It's been you know, it's been some hard out 10 years though. So
Yeah.
it ain't easy to be up the pointy end, you know, and all the effort that we stick in. So, but to achieve the results we've achieved, and especially last year with everything that we managed to come away with, was pretty wicked, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, look, the icing on the cake there as well. It was Pops. It was Dad's birthday down there as well. And plus the other part of that, your sister qualified and got 8th as well. So for the Lane family as well, people in Huntly and around the region, mate, they were celebrating on your behalf. You know, I know you were celebrating till the early hours of the morning, but I can't wait to catch up with you at Huntly with the big championship coming up on Saturday. I'll be down in the commentary box, but are you ready for Saturday, mate? What's it going to be like for you and your family when you arrive back home?
Yeah, it was cool to actually see all Huntly cars qualify, you know, and even old Bazza qualified for his first title ever as well. And he'd been racing since I started as well. I actually sold him his first car. So, you know, real cool for the club and for the likes of Sam and stuff, and obviously for Pops' birthday. But yeah, I've only just pulled the car out today and washed it actually after work. So Pops has just been drawing up the new numbers. So we'll stick those on at some point this week. But yeah, it's been quite nice not doing too much racing actually. Jazz took our oldest daughter Chevelle down to Taupo on Sunday to the in-laws for drop her off down there for the week. So I managed to go karting because she wasn't home. So still doing
It must be good to have the family there, doing the whole family trip, you guys, as well, all the way down to Wellington and back, mate. That must have been good. You make a few stops and get in a bit of family time and sights and stuff on the way there or back up?
Unfortunately, I got sort of my old man's demeanour, and we don't stop. We just go till we get there. That's why we leave so late and get there so late. But no, it was cool. That was sort of the first trip that we'd all done together, you know. So and for whatever reason, the kids don't like sleeping in the car, so there was a fair bit of ice spike going on.
Ice spike, yellow mini. Hey, meant to be right up there with that. I just see a message come through on my computer there. Billy's son goes, "I'll be there next year, bro." What do you reckon about that?
Oh, yeah, good on you. I believe it when I see it, mate. Good on you.
No, and him, you're bloody turned up now down in Christchurch, eh?
He said, he messaged me, he says, "I'll be there next year."
You won't tell anyone either.
No, just turn up.
I just turn up and bloody surprise you. Yeah. So obviously everyone's seeing the Brad Lane merchandise everywhere. You can't help but bloody miss it when you go to tracks. It's everywhere, and everyone looks around at it, and you see it everywhere. So what? Just buy what's left over there, mate, or that's all bloody gone. Because I remember when you at Rotors, me and Books had to stand on the queue to bloody get the t-shirts, and they went just like that, eh, Books?
Bro, that was unreal. Actually, I don't think I've paid for that yet, to be honest.
Oh, what? I am?
I think I need to sort that out for Bradders. That's a bit shit by me, to be honest. I'll tell you what, I'll come up and I'll pay for the shirt and I'll bring a box of beer with me.
No,
that'll make up for it.
You must have done.
There you go. Can you see the questions on the screen, Brad?
Oh, and that's a fan here. What's your race? Am I ever nervous? Not really. I've probably been doing it long enough now, and you sort of know your skill set and how far you can push the car and where you can put it. So, you know, we know what we're capable of. So no, not really. I probably to be honest, I get more nervous racing bloody online stock cars than anything else. But probably because I'm shit at it.
Barry Hunter, Barry's watching the show. Have you finished my tank?
Oh no, shit! Still on the back of the
wagon. Dave Thomas got how many modifieds at Huntly? I think there's about a dozen, isn't there? About a dozen.
Yes, it should be about 12. We got Dykstra's going to make the trip up from Fielding, so that'll be bloody cool. And then the Kalins are making noise of coming over too, so we're just trying to secure those two cars. And then I'd say that'll put us close to the 15 mark, hopefully. Not that I actually don't know how many are coming, but you know, if everyone sort of turns up, it'll be around that number, which is plenty enough for Huntly, you know, for around that small track. So it should be some good racing.
Yeah, definitely
Here's one
will
for
be.
you. Sorry, kids.
I'll go to Karen.
There was a bit of controversy. Let us say the right controversy type stuff at the Wellington where the commentator says one thing about your chassis. Someone said to me, "Oh, that's blah blah blah." And I said, "Well, I don't think that's true." So someone's just put up.
Oops,
hang
sorry.
on, Kins
There you
must
go.
have stopped me
Yeah.
from there. What's the history on your current chassis? Is that a new chassis, Brad, or is that Oh, that's Jamie.
So-
That's bloody.
Yeah, I just seen it too.
There we
Yeah,
go. That's probably why he asked it.
yeah. So that
So what is the deal? Is
the-
that a new chassis you built, or is it a chassis you get built for you? What's the deal, bro?
so that car that we ran down there is 20 seasons old. So that's the car that Dad won his 2NZ in.
Wow.
So,
Is that why you said that one was a bit special to me in the interview?
Yeah, well,
I
yeah,
should
you know,
have
he
got you to
selected in it,
elaborate on that,
and
shouldn't I?
you know, a lot of the stuff in the car now is still from when he built it in 2006. You know,
Wow.
same wheels, same engine, same gearbox, probably the same dry shafts. You know, there's a few components there that are that old. So, you know, especially to do it all with that, is pretty impressive. You know, it's just, I guess, not to toot our own horn, but it shows how much, you know, the maintenance side and the work you do in the shed goes towards that sort of stuff. You know, and finishing the product off on the track is, you know, is the next bit.
What the
That's
hell?
away a bit, Kins, to be fair. Hey,
That's not right. That's not
Hey,
allowed. You're not allowed to do
people
that
are
with a
spending
20-year-old car.
$1,000 every season to go faster and better. Oh, we'll just put that 21-year-old shit on the track and we'll take it out, shall we? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, you go, here's one from Mike Harvey, bro.
Well, it depends if anyone's in front of you first, where you're going to run. But it mainly depends on the track, you know. That's something that like Donny Shops and stuff's real good at is he can figure out where to run and what's faster, and like by sort of visually seeing that, okay, I got out of that corner better or what have you. That's the thing that I find probably hardest the most, is especially if you're out front, where to run is the hardest thing, because you're trying to go, okay, was that better than where I ran the last corner, or should I stay where I was, or you know, just try, especially when you got no gauge of anything, you know, trying to figure that out is probably the hardest thing. It's probably the hardest part of it, actually. I'd much rather be in second and chasing someone down than out front leading it.
How do you approach your restart? Like I was talking to some of the mini sprint guys on the weekend at Ocean View with the restarts, and of course they determine it. So sometimes I'd balk the track, balk the cars behind them, and then go and things like that, because they determine the start single file. You know.
Yeah.
But I think it was it double file a couple of times there, wasn't it, for you guys restart? What's your thought process there? Is it just give it the bloody hoot and go for it, throw it in the first corner and see where you come out the other side? Or what do you think about? Because you still determine the pace, don't you?
Yeah, so grid 2, so that was why I chose grid 2. Well, yeah, the first reason I chose it is figured out who was starting next to me, and it was Blair, obviously. So I knew that if he was on the outside and he got a bit of a jump, he was probably going to send it in just as hard as I would, and it probably wasn't going to end up too well. So that was the first reason why I chose grid 2, is you know, if I was next to him, I knew I'd probably, hopefully, be able to get round him out of turn 2. So, which sort of worked to plan. Almost didn't. We come together a little bit there, but yeah, on the double, you know, on the start of the race, you just it's all about timing. You just got to try and time the green light or the green flag right, so that you can get, because we've got a carburetor on it. You know, if you just mash the gas, it sort of hesitates a little bit and then it takes off. So it's all about timing. And then when it's single file and you're sort of out front like we were, we come under saloon car rules, so we're not actually, we have to wait until the green light comes on before we can go. So the leader of the race actually doesn't determine when they go or when the rest of the field can go. It's when the green light comes on. So there was one there where they turned it on a little bit later than they had been, and it sort of caught me out a little bit, actually, and it probably caught a few other people out as well. It just you know, I was sort of still waiting, sort of cruising at my pace, you know, ready to get on the throttle, and it's not, the light's not on. It's like, shit, what are we doing? And then it comes on, and then, oh, okay, we're off. So and I actually changed it up a little bit, the way I started where I placed the car on the track that restart too. So it sort of almost muddled me up a little bit.
Got a bit of a question
There's
there.
a question. Yeah, there
Yeah,
is. Tim, you
Kane.
got it? Yeah.
Yeah, what's the best memory so far from your racing career, the 20 years? Or 10 years, sorry.
Yeah, not that old. The first thing that comes to mind is probably racing against my father. When we had two cars there at one stage before Sam's car, we raced against each other, and that was pretty cool. We actually started. I think we broke the lap record that night when we ran together, which
Wow.
yeah, I think I did anyway. We started next to each other in the last race, and we both sort of looked at each other, and we were going to, rub each other up and bang into each other. But no, now like we probably each would have popped the tire or whatever. So we sort of both went to do it, and we're like, oh, we better not. So yeah, I think he even broke his original lap record that he set down there that night that he was there too. So that was pretty cool for our family.
There's a picture.
Oh, look at that! Look at that old pic. Hey.
Yeah, so that is Sarah. So that car's I think 8C now. I think it's down in Christchurch.
Okay. Back in
So
the
that's
day,
the one after. There was a chassis after the one that we're running now.
Shit. I still can't get over that.
I'm still shocked with that. Like that's yeah.
Shit.
It does reinforce preppers everything, isn't it? In maintenance. So
yeah.
We'll do another couple.
90% of it's one in the shed,
Yeah, hard out. What do you got there, Brad?
You're known for going for it, but would you be true to say these days of just checking it in and chucking it in and hoping or have you matured as a driver? I don't think he's matured. Oh, as a driver, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I had a few more hairs down there, but anyway. I think there's right times to use it. It's always good having that arsenal up your sleeve, knowing that you can drive the car in that hard and it will stick. So I think it's just learning to use it. Yes, when I started, I was probably a little bit aggressive and overdrove the car. So but it's easier to back it back from there than it is to try and get to there. So we were somewhat in the right place. We just had to slow it down a little bit, which plenty of people told me, back in the day, like Merv and stuff. So, once we figured that out, we started winning New Zealand titles. So, yeah, I guess I have gotten a bit more mature.
And Evan, yes, I did enjoy myself at Ocean View, mate. It was an awesome weekend. Thank you. So,
yeah, our day's going good, Thomas, mate. I hope yours is going well. What does Scott put in there? Paul Dowell owns that car now. Oh, yes, there you go.
Yeah, I wasn't
Thanks
sure
for the
of his
update.
name,
Yeah, I know. We're shocked. 20 years, I know, man. Crazy, yeah, pretty crazy. Well, mate, we'll let you go. Enjoy the evening, and look, always a pleasure to catch up with you again. Congratulations on what you've achieved down there in Wellington. What have we got here? What's Harley put in for you to go? We're on for some donuts in the pits at Woodford Glen next year.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait for old Steve to bugger off. I got in trouble for that once, so probably not again. I feel Steve won't be happy.
But anyway, on that note, mate, well done, and we'll catch up. I'll see you on Saturday at Huntley.
Yeah, cheers, boys. Hey, I'll just quickly run through my sponsors.
Yes,
because without them I can't do it. So, Professional Door Services. They've been with me right from the start, so they've been with us 10 years. So that's pretty cool. Heavy Diesel Limited, Machinery House, Repco Huntley, old Harvey. He's a bloody legend, mate. That man. Timmy from old Clark Performance, sort of always pointing us in the right direction. Whittle Maintenance Services, Newmax have come on board this year. Steel Masters, FAC, TMK Packers, Trailer Pro, Addis Containers have come on board this year as well.
Yeah.
So it's cool for them to be on. Brett from Pocono Auto Centre, he's always helped out. He's a bloody good bugger too. The PSS boys and the and the crew, all the boys that come down and help out, and the wives that allow them to come do it. So, and old Jace from the Pits TV, he's helped me out in a few ways that nobody else probably could have. So, big thanks to them too, and to all the kids and stuff that come up here and run around too. You know, without them, it might be a little bit more boring.
Yeah.
Hard out, mate. Hard out.
So,
Oh,
cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
it is. All right. Cheers. Thanks, Brad. Badu. Catch you on Monday night. All right, bro. See you later.
Cheers, brothers. Well, there we go. Our 1NZ. Oh, God, I've got a frog in my throat now.
Okay, there we go.
Here we go. Oh, there he is.
Happy New Year's,
hot.
boys.
There he is.
Hey, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Hey.
Yeah, she was hanging stones hot in Christchurch today. But boys, man, first and foremost, I just sit in complete awe of the drivers we just had the privilege of listening to, and you know, before when and also I must acknowledge Lexi and the team at Wellington for running. For the running of such a very slick New Zealand modified title, and I'm sure Books will be able to back me up on it. He was there with Jason, the team at Pits TV. But from what I've seen, boys, it was probably the slickest running of a New Zealand title, and anything just the efficiency of the meeting, just and the flow, and of course we've seen many videos and photos. Man, the racing was exactly that, you know, exciting, and most and foremost, hung his stone title on track. So. But also not just acknowledging congratulations again, Brad has won NZ four times. I mean, man, it's just unreal. You know, as I mentioned, as we had alluded to earlier in the telecast as well, he equals the great the people's champion of my choice, Jamie Foxx, and you know, he's just too shy of Roger Bertram and Murray Gorge, both in my eyes are two greats of the modified class, alongside a plethora of other drivers from the 90s as well. I'm sure Jason's going to chime in and say for me not to use that word, plethora, but anywho, but too flash for someone from Huntley anyway. But just boys, it's just, yeah, I mean, we've had the privilege of, I know we've had a couple of weeks off, but we've seen some awesome racing over the last couple of weeks. You know, probably stems all the way back to Boxing Day, you know, including the modified champs. And we look forward to another couple of big titles this weekend with the Street Stocks in Nelson and the Superstocks in Stratford as well. But yeah, I can assure you, I enjoyed the break as well. I had to actually have a break from doing all things Pocono Auto Centre Speedway Awards off excellence, and it actually took me quite a while to get back in the swing of things. But it's all good. We're here with an update, boys, after 2 weeks of a break, so it's all good. We're good to go.
Let's get into it.
Lock yourselves in, folks. We're here till midnight. All right.
We'll watch through till the sun comes up tomorrow. So
Hold on.
I need to be for Glen at 8 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, I'm going to miss my ride to Nelson for the New Zealand Street Stocks. And on top of that, Jason, you give me a kick up the arse anyway. Anywho, we will kick off with the Alan Wakeling medalist for sprint car racing excellence. It is the New Zealand Championship taking place this weekend at the Central Motor Speedway, and we do have a new leader, of course, after the Christmas break. Now, just remembering these collective results from the last couple of weeks. So, updated from the last update, Jacob McIntyre moves up +1, as you can see on the right-hand side. I have added the plus and minus position places and changings for those who are interested in it to know, and it's especially handy for those who have come outside the top 10 as well. Caleb Montgomery heads back in the country after flying in, I think it was around the Christmas Boxing Day period. He is here to contest the New Zealand Championship and no doubt be one of the favourites for that one. Jonathan Ellard is a shoo-in as well as Rodney Wood. Hey, boys, he's won it twice the times it has been hosted at Cromwell. Could he make it a third? Who knows? We'll find out at 10:30 Saturday night. Obviously, the big mover there, Joel Myers Jr. moving up 10 spots. And definitely has to be one of the favourites for this weekend. Zach Sokol's still there as well. Ryan O'Connor. Michael Pickens, unfortunately, won't be there. He has fulfilled his duties to racing at the Chili Bowl in America. Keaton Dahm and Daniel Thomas, probably the biggest loser out of that one, but he hasn't been racing. He's moves down -5 spots, but he is my number one pick for winning the New Zealand Sprint Car Championship. And that is the top 10 for the Alan Wakeling medalist for Sprint Car Racing Excellence. Boys, we're moving on to the Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Saloon Racing Excellence. Once Kins does bring that image up on the screen. In time now. And there's a new leader as well. Reclaiming the lead, boys. Grant Flynn reclaims the lead there for the Tony Cardwell medalist after winning the Manawatu Championship the other weekend. And I'm sure Books will be happy about that one, being the Miani man himself. Chris Cowling still in touch there, down -1. Steve Flynn doesn't move as a consequence, but the biggest mover, of course, the New Zealand champion, Mark Osborne, +13, boys, +13 from the outside to top 10 there. And, boys, he heads to Miani, equaling the great Blondie Chamberlain and Tony Cardwell, 4 titles apiece, boys. Can he make it title number 5? That'll be the biggest question. I'm sure there will be a ding-dong championship there at Wellington Speedway. George Crawford, boys, we've been talking about this young kid all season long, man.
Right.
He's been right there or thereabouts, hasn't he, Books? You've been first-hand at seeing him do it as well. Out of the money stock class, and Craig Cardwell still in touch there, the defending Tony Cardwell medalist award champion, Jeremy Brown, Damien Orr, Joe Ingram +1, and Brendan Charlin. Also, the other consistent driver there, 40 Tony Cardwell medalist for Super Sling Racing. Excellent. Moving on now to the Peter Rees medalist for stock car racing excellence and retaining his lead. At the top of the charts there is good old Burmy, Daniel Burmeister, the Palmerston North driver there on 74, but the biggest mover, boys, Harley Robb, +11 spots, +11. And you'd be hard to fathom that. You'd be hard to fathom that only 2 weeks ago, boys, he was on zilch. He was on absolute zilch. So, man, since he has hit the ground running, man, he's just been absolutely incredibly quick here at Coke and Woodford Glen Speedway. Those who attended the Boxing Day races and the Rumble by the River recently just gone will be able to understand how quick he has been. No doubt he'll be a favourite there for the New Zealand Championship next month. Josh Mulcahy has been doing good things at Palmy as well as Rebecca Barr. Clifton Cheatham still in touch there, doing it for the Mulu Cowbells. Sam Wright, the Auckland driver, moves up +4 for the Asher Penn, Caleb Island, Troy Cleveland, and Jack Rarity, rounding out the top 10 for the Peter Rees medalist for stock car racing. Excellent. And moving on now to the Pocono Auto Centre, Roger Bertram medalist for modified racing excellence. Big thank you once again to Brett Parsons coming on board to sponsor that one. Retaining their 3 spots at the top of the charts. Actually unchanged lineup there. Newton Gorge, your leader. Jason Kalin second. Cody Hata, your new 3NZ, but the biggest mover, of course. +3, Brad Lane, after winning the New Zealand Modified Championship at Te Marua just a couple of weekends ago. Aidan Crawford there, -1. Brett Parsons, Luke Keegan, +1. Jacob Free, Kaylee Brooks there, +4 into the top 10 from the outside. And Brafe Kalin, really unfortunate running for him at the New Zealand Modified Champs. Boys, I actually had him as one of the favourites leading in. He's just one of those young guys that are coming through, and I'm sure Books will be able to back me up on that one as well. Your top 10 for the Roger Bertram Modified medalist for modified racing excellence. And moving on to the last segment now is the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock racing excellence, retaining his lead at the top of the card to the New Zealand Superstock Championship, Todd Hemingway on 81 points there. Dale Robertson's also retains his spot in second as well on 67, but the biggest mover, +12, boys, Jaden Ward, the Christchurch registered driver there, doing some good racing over the break. Had some from the videos I saw, he was battling pretty well there for William Humphreys there at Wellington Speedway not too long ago. Ross Ashby doing some good things at Bay Park as well. Solid result there at the Hokie Ashby Memorial. Brett Nichols, +2 there, doing good things at Nelson. +10 for Alex Hill from outside the top 10 after winning the club championships at Nelson the other week. Dion Henderson there, probably the biggest loser there, -4. Hasn't been racing, obviously, of course. Bear Ullenberg, Malcolm Ngatai, the biggest mover, boys, +25. That is unbelievable. But no, I put that down to the last couple of weekends he's been running here at Coke and Woodford Glen Speedway. He's just been absolutely on the rails, boys. Probably just starting to peak at the right time as well. The new Rees chassis for him is doing wonders, obviously, on the competition side of things. And no doubt he'll be a dark horse for the New Zealand title. Shane Harder as well, +8, been doing good things at Nelson. That is your top 10 for the Shane Penn medalist for Superstock Racing Excellence, boys. That's for me for another week. It's been an absolute privilege to have me back on the show. I am heading away to Nelson this weekend for the New Zealand Street Stocks, boys. My first New Zealand Street Stock Championship. Can you believe that? My first
me too, bro.
I'm looking forward to. I'm not. Can't say I'm a big Street Stock fan, but ever since I've been down here in the South Island for the last couple of years now, I'm starting to get an understanding for and a passion for what this class means to the South Islands down here, and you probably go down even further to Dunedin. Gets really grubby down there. You know, they call it the grubbies, and there's a reason why they love their grubbies. I'm still trying to understand it, but I'm sure that after going to Nelson this weekend, I'll come out with an understanding of why these guys absolutely love their street stock racing. Probably more passionate is probably the correct word to use for that one. But the results will show that, boys. Look at the history of this, the running of this title in the last several years. It's just been complete South Island domination, boys, you know. So I'm looking forward to getting to Nelson this weekend to see and understand it. You know, we're looking forward to getting to catch up with Wayne and the crew over there, and heading to the Hundy Burger Shack. I'm going to probably give me a Hundy Burger times 10. I'll be able to come away with puku full of kai afterwards. But looking forward to being able to seeing our Nelson guys and also catching up with Booker, Jason, and the team as well at the Pits Media TV. If you can't make it, live streaming is the best way to do it. You can also tune into the Superstock Grand Prix at Stratford as well. But from myself, boys, another fantastic weekend of Christmas break of racing just come and gone, and looking forward to getting back into some more championship racing this weekend. We are in that championship period, so there's the big meetings, boys. They're happening right now. These are the ones we look forward to the most, man. So let's get out there. The best thing you can do is actually bums on seats. As I said, if you can't, live streaming is the next thing, boys. But that's it from me, boys. Wherever you're heading to this weekend, race fans at Stratford Speedway Racing, hope you have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Also to our drivers, best of luck out there, whatever track and whatever class you're racing in, boys. Thank you. I'll see you next week.
All right, bro. Thank you very much. Not quite didn't get to midnight, but we got to 9 o'clock. Just clicked over 9 o'clock. And just wrapped it up. He is back with us next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we'll have another special show at 7:30 again. Thanks to Vasey Engineering and Supplies Limited, and also TWS Technical Welding Services, and Mike and the crew, Ripco Huntley as well. Otherwise, thank you for watching the show. Thanks for all the wonderful, amazing comments. Thanks to all of our guests who joined us. Wayne Russ from down in Nelson, Kim Sharpe from Stratford. We had the 3NZ Cody Hata, 2NZ Daniel Rae, 1NZ Brad Lane. Also Pete Rees and his two boys popped in there, Asher and Ethan, earlier on in the show. And our man Am's wrapping up the Excellence Awards. Enjoy your Speedway weekend, wherever you're going to.
Yeah, have a great weekend. It's going to be an awesome weekend of Speedway. Remember, if you can't make it to the track, get your backside track. So if you can't do that, then it's all on the Pits TV. Get your stream up and you'll enjoy it. Trust me. But that's it for us. Our first show back for 2026, kids. What a show. What a great bunch of guests. I don't know how we're going to top it next week, but we'll give it a good go, mate.
We'll top it, mate, because next week I've had the exclusive Renee Gracie joining us.
Oh, you're all shit.
There you go. They would have got a lot of audience. Guess what? Just for you, something exclusive. Other than that, take care, Ron. I'll see you in Hutley.
Thank you.
See you in Hutley. Bye-bye.
Holy snapping duck shit.
My good mate from Bub and Run Booker joins us.
I'm excited for another great show tonight. Give it the hoot now.